The object of this competition has been to stimulate the production of an airplane that can be operated with the ease and safety comparable to that of operating a motor car. The rules have been drawn after nearly a year of intensive study, and any plane that can qualify or win this competition will have the most extraordinary degree of safety. The plane to qualify will be able to remain under control after reaching most abnormal conditions. We'll be able to remain under control at very low speeds. We'll be able to take off from an extremely small field and land with safety in an extraordinarily small space. The plane will be able to fly at the slow speed of 35 miles an hour and still maintain a speed of 110 miles an hour. In short, this plane that will be produced in the future, we hope through the stimulus of this competition, will be nearly a foolproof airplane.
All these men are partaking in the safety aircraft games which are taking place today. You think Colonel Lindbergh will speak? They say no. Colonel Lindbergh absolutely refused to talk a movie tone. When he saw the microphone, he walked back and was even going to refuse to pose for the still photographers and silent newsmen. And we were ordered to take the microphone back near the truck.
This is the two-seater Handley Page aeroplane entered in the Guggenheim Safe Aircraft Competition. It is equipped with a 150 horsepower Armstrong Siddeley engine. Its particular feature is the Handley Page slotted wing, which can be seen along the leading edge of both upper and lower wings. All the way along the leading edge of the top plane and of the lower plane, there is a small winglet, and between that winglet and the main plane, the slot is formed. As the pilot takes off, the slot is opened automatically by air pressure, and the flap is pulled down at the rear. The effect of the slotted wing is that the pilot can fly at much greater angles and fly more slowly than with an ordinary wing. The slotted wing acts perfectly automatically, closing up when the machine is flying at high speed and opening when the machine is nearing the stalling angle. In this way, the pilot cannot reach the stalling angle without the slot being open, and so securing perfect safety and every safeguard against tailspins or nosedives. The slotted wing is the subject of worldwide patents held by Handley Page Limited and has been adopted for service purposes by all the principal governments of the world.
This airplane is the Schroeder Associates entry in the Guggenheim Safe Aircraft Competition. The safety features about the airplane are particularly the car, which is built very close to the ground. In the event of a wheel failure or in taking off or in landing, why the bottom of the car, which is steel, will slide along the ground with a minimum possibility of turning over. You will also notice that the good visibility of the aircraft is obtained by the glass enclosure, allowing the pilot and his passenger to see forward with a minimum of obstruction. That, we believe, are the safe features about the aircraft as the car is today. In order to show you how good the visibility is, I'll get in the airplane. I'll invite one of you to come in and sit down and just see how nice it is. You can come right in. Brakes, I can describe that. Now, as I was telling you, the visibility, we believe, is probably as good as you can obtain because you can look straight forward without any obstruction. And the other feature, as I was telling you, was that the bottom of the machine is built with steel tubes, so you can slide along like a toboggan in case a wheel breaks and taking off or climbing. Are there any questions you would like to ask?
How do you get braking action on your wheels?
Well, you merely pull right straight back on this lever, applies both brakes. And when you move either foot, steers you either to the right or to the left.
I see.
You'll notice that this wing that I was telling you about now is another safe feature we have. It's now set in a high-speed condition. And when the pilot gets ready to land, he can vary the camber of the wing the same as a bird varies the camber of its wing in landing. I'll show you how that wing now cambers. You'll notice that the wing is now coming down into a variable camber. This is the bird landing. That's the complete camber of the wing. It'll stop you up very quick so you can land at 30 miles an hour in a very short space. I believe those are the safety features on the airship. I believe the Guggenheim competition will result in bringing out an airplane that will probably be flown with the least amount of skill by any ordinary man. Thank you.
This all-metal airplane, designed and built by the Upper Burnelli Corporation for the Guggenheim Safety Aircraft Competition, represents our effort to rapidly improve the safety and efficiency of airplanes. The main features of importance is the all-wing body with duplex engines mounted in the nose, these engines being Cirrus engines of 90 horsepower each. The second in importance is the four-wheel landing gear, which is intended when the brakes are applied to prevent nosing over and give the maximum traction weight of the plane for quick stop. The third is the variable chord, camber, and flap action wing. This wing, when extended, practically doubles the lift from what it is when the plane is going at high speed.
is at present set in the position for flying at maximum speed. Preparatory to landing or taking off, the wing is extended, in which case the lift is practically doubled. The wing is now 2/3 extended, in which position it is intended for maximum takeoff efficiency. The pilot is now turning the wheel in the control bit, which retracts the wing to the racing position for maximum speed.
The Curtiss Tanager is a cabin biplane powered with a Curtiss Challenger engine. Designed essentially as a practicable commercial airplane, it nevertheless possesses three distinct safety features, one of which is the full floating aileron, designed especially by the Curtiss engineers for this. The floating ailerons at the tips of each lower wing differ from other types in that they automatically assume a position parallel to the wind, though they may also be moved relative to each other by the pilot in controlling the plane. They provide perfect lateral control or balance under all conditions, which is especially important at low landing speeds, and they also reduce the tendency to spin. The slots are located along the leading edge of both upper and lower wings the whole distance. These slots have the ability to open automatically in the air when the airplane approaches stalling speed, thus delaying the stall and creating this additional safety factor we spoke of.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Just a minute. When we try to
So we leave that out then. All righty. Congratulations to the Curtiss Airplane and Motor Company, and particularly those down the line in the organization who had the engineering details to design and construct. The best plane won. All hands agree to that. This competition was designed to obtain the greatest advantages in aerodynamic safety, without loss of efficiency. Its object was to achieve a real advance in the safety of flying through improvement in the aerodynamic characteristics of heavier-than aircraft without sacrificing the good practical qualities of the present-day aircraft. This has been accomplished. No one in the fund expected to obtain a foolproof plane. There isn't any such animal. Moving masses cannot be made foolproof, but they can be made safe. Old man kinetic energy can always do damage to a fool. The fund's idea was to see a plane developed that the lay pilot could fly with satisfaction, security, efficiency, and safety. The fundamental idea of the fund throughout this competition is what we want in aviation is progress. Tangible results are before you today. There is nothing revolutionary about the winner, but there are a number of evolutionary ideas transplanted from the design board to the air in a flying competition in a most efficient manner. To prevent the fund's check for $100,000 to the winner of the Daniel Guggenheim Safe Aircraft Competition, the Curtiss Tanager, and I herewith hand to Mr. C.M. Keyes and Mr. Frank Russell the check for the... That's all you want. All right?
Thank you on the part of the Curtiss Wright Company and the Curtiss Airplane Motor Company Division for the award of this check for the Curtiss Tanager Airplane.
This group represents representatives of the trustees of the fund, representatives of the Curtiss Company, representatives of the judges, representatives of the pilots, the observers, and representatives of the fund who had charge of the Daniel Guggenheim Safe Aircraft Competition.
On account of some extraordinary developments that are now taking place in the production of airplanes, I feel confident that within this generation there will be produced an airplane that can be operated with an ease and safety of that of the operation of a motor car. This is a development of the near future. In the meanwhile, the public can fly with confidence over the regularly organized passenger services in this country, provided, however, they assure themselves that the air transport companies that they would patronize fulfill the following 7 conditions. First, multi-engine planes capable of flying on the disability of 1 engine. Second, 2 pilots licensed by the federal government. Third, engines and planes licensed by the federal government. Fourth, adequate landing facilities over the route to be flown. Fifth, an intensive weather service over the route to be flown. Sixth, communication system by wireless, or at least a visual communication system between the ground and the plane. And seventh, and last, but far most important, responsibility of the operators of the air service. Rest assured that today the airplane is on the threshold of acceptance by the people of the civilized world for their own use.